Just days after British fishermen voiced their concern over the lack of control the government will have of UK's waters until 2020, Gavin Williamson has unveiled the first 5 of £116 million ships which will form part of the Royal Navy Fishery Protection Squadron. The fleet is set to be the eyes and ears of the Royal Navy around the UK, helping to safeguard fishing stocks. Mr. Williamson said, "The Royal Navy has a proud tradition of protecting the UK's coastline and keeping a close eye on our fishing waters. With these state-of-the-art, vastly capable ships we stand ready to protect our fisheries once Britain leaves the EU." HMS Forth is the first of 5 from the Batch 2 River-class Offshore Patrol Vessels (OPV) production line and was designed for fishery protection. GETTYThe UK will use Royal Navy's ships to protect British waters after Brexit. Built by BAE Systems in Scotland, it will also be used as part of the defence against smuggling and assist with border patrol, counter-terrorism and maritime defence duties. HMS Medway and Trent will emerge at a 6-month interval. 2 more vessels, HMS Tamar and Spey, will be handed over later this year. The remaining 2 are expected to arrive in Portsmouth by 2020. The gunboats will be armed with a 30mm automatic cannon, 2 miniguns, 4 machine guns and are also equipped with 2 Pacific 24C boats. The ships are designed to spend 320 days a year on the water with the capacity for 39 crew at a time, and have also a flight deck for Merlin-size helicopters to land on. Getty British waters and fish will be protected by the Royal Navy Fishery Protection Squadron during the protest that took place on Wednesday on River Thames against the government's decision to remain under the EU Common Fisheries Policy until 2020. Fishing for Leave founder Aaron Brown warned that the EU could implement detrimental legislation to reduce the number of ships in the UK's fishing fleet to then claim British fish. Mr. Brown told Express.co.uk, "The transition that the government is capitulating to. We will still have to obey the disastrous common fisheries policy which presents a death sentence to what's left of the UK fishing industry. It's not just 21 months that we can survive through. The European Union can implement detrimental legislation to cull what's left of the UK's fishing industry, and then that will allow them to use international law to claim the fish. Our resources would be no longer able to catch ourselves due to the loss of our fleet, so the transition is an existential threat to the UK fishing industry. And therefore we cannot be in the CFP, or we will go back to years ago when we saw hundreds of boats taken to Denmark and torn to pieces and scrapped. That's why we are doing this demonstration today."